Are you someone who finds yourself constantly putting others' needs before your own? Do you ever feel overwhelmed by the pressure to be endlessly kind, even at the expense of your own well-being? If so, you're not alone. Today, we're diving into a topic that may hit close to home for many of us: the dangers of kindness in our lives. But fear not, for within this exploration lies the seeds of wisdom and self-discovery. As the Buddha once said, "You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection." These words resonate deeply, reminding us of the importance of self-care amidst our acts of kindness towards others. Throughout our journey together, we've peeled back the layers of societal expectations and personal struggles, uncovering the delicate balance between compassion and self-preservation. But our exploration doesn't end here. As we reflect on the insights gained, a question arises. What will you do with this newfound understanding? Will you continue to navigate the complexities of kindness and self-care with awareness and intention? Will you honor the wisdom of the Buddha's words, extending love and compassion to yourself as well as others? Don't forget to like and share and subscribe to Buddhism Inspiration as we continue to unravel the mysteries of the human heart together. Let's continue our video. Defining kindness. Kindness is the gentle breeze that soothes the soul and the beacon of light that guides us through life's darkest moments. In its essence, kindness is the act of extending compassion, generosity, and goodwill towards others without expectation of anything in return. It is the foundation upon which harmonious societies are built, fostering empathy and understanding among individuals from all walks of life. In today's fast-paced world, kindness serves as a reminder of our shared humanity, transcending barriers of culture, religion, and nationality. In a world fraught with division and strife, kindness serves as a powerful antidote to the pervasive negativity that often pervades our daily lives. It is the glue that binds communities together, fostering a sense of belonging and solidarity among individuals. When we practice kindness, we not only uplift others, but also cultivate a culture of compassion and mutual respect. Moreover, kindness has the remarkable ability to create a ripple effect, inspiring others to pay it forward and perpetuate acts of goodness in their own lives. Thus, it is not merely a fleeting gesture, but rather a transformative force that has the potential to shape the very fabric of society. Acts of kindness come in myriad forms, ranging from simple gestures of courtesy to profound acts of selflessness. Whether it's lending a listening ear to a friend in need, offering a helping hand to a stranger, or volunteering at a local charity, each act has the power to make a meaningful difference in someone's life. These seemingly small acts of kindness have a ripple effect, spreading positivity and warmth far beyond their immediate recipients. They serve as a testament to the innate goodness that resides within each of us, and remind us of the profound impact that we can have on the world around us. In essence, kindness is not merely a virtue to be admired, but a practice to be embraced wholeheartedly, enriching both the giver and the receiver in equal measure. The dark side of kindness. In our journey through life, we often encounter the notion that kindness is an unequivocal virtue, a beacon of light in a world fraught with darkness. However, beneath its benevolent facade lies a shadowy realm seldom explored, the realm of overkindness. This phenomenon, characterized by excessive altruism and self-sacrifice, can lead us down a treacherous path of self-neglect and burnout. When we extend ourselves beyond our limits in the pursuit of kindness, we inadvertently neglect our own well-being. Like a candle burning at both ends, we find ourselves depleted, drained of energy and vitality. Our relentless efforts to alleviate the suffering of others leave us with little reserve for our own needs, resulting in a gradual erosion of our physical, emotional, and mental health. Real-life examples abound of individuals who have fallen prey to the perils of extreme kindness. Take the story of Sarah, a devoted caregiver who spent years tending to the needs of her ailing mother without regard for her own welfare. Despite her unwavering commitment to compassion, Sarah found herself teetering on the brink of collapse, her own health deteriorating as she neglected to prioritize self-care. Similarly, consider the case of David, a selfless volunteer who dedicated countless hours to charitable causes, only to find himself overwhelmed by feelings of exhaustion and despair. In their relentless pursuit of kindness, both Sarah and David discovered firsthand the heavy toll exacted by overextending oneself in service to others. As we navigate the murky waters of kindness, let us heed the warning signs that signal potential danger ahead. Let us cultivate a discerning eye that distinguishes between genuine compassion and self-destructive altruism. And let us remember the timeless wisdom of the Buddha, who cautioned against the pitfalls of excessive selflessness. You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. In embracing this truth, we empower ourselves to chart a course towards a more balanced and sustainable expression of kindness, one that honors both the needs of others and the sanctity of our own well-being. Boundary setting, finding balance in kindness. In the intricate tapestry of human relationships, setting boundaries is akin to weaving sturdy threads that define our personal space and protect our emotional well-being. Yet, in our quest to embody kindness, we often neglect this essential aspect of self-care. Emphasizing the importance of setting boundaries while extending kindness is not an act of selfishness, but rather a gesture of self-respect and preservation. It is a recognition of our own worth and a declaration that our needs are equally valid in the grand scheme of existence. Failure to establish clear boundaries can pave the path to exploitation and manipulation by others. Without these delineations, we become vulnerable to the whims and desires of those around us, relinquishing control over our own lives. Like a ship adrift in stormy seas, we are at the mercy of external forces, buffeted by the tides of others' expectations and demands. Our kindness, once a beacon of light, becomes a liability, easily exploited by those who seek to benefit at our expense. However, by steadfastly erecting boundaries rooted in kindness, we reclaim our agency and assert our right to self-determination. These boundaries serve as gentle yet firm reminders to others that while our hearts may be open, our souls are not boundless reservoirs to be drained at will. We communicate our needs and limitations with clarity and compassion, fostering healthier and more equitable relationships built on mutual respect and understanding. In doing so, we not only safeguard our own well-being, but also pave the way for genuine connections based on authenticity and reciprocity. Impact on personal well-being. In the hustle and bustle of our daily lives, it's easy to fall into the trap of prioritizing others' needs above our own. Yet, this selfless act often comes at a hidden cost to our personal well-being. Constantly putting others first can take a toll on our mental and emotional health, leading to a myriad of challenges that go unnoticed until they reach a breaking point. The psychological toll of this perpetual self-sacrifice can manifest in various ways, from feelings of exhaustion and burnout to a deep-seated sense of emptiness. One of the most insidious consequences of neglecting our own needs in favor of others is the slow build-up of resentment and frustration within us. While initially we may feel noble and virtuous for our acts of kindness, over time, these feelings can morph into bitterness and resentment. We may begin to question why our efforts are not reciprocated, or why others seem oblivious to our sacrifices. This resentment, if left unchecked, can poison our relationships and erode the very fabric of our well-being, leaving us feeling isolated and unappreciated. Recognizing the potential for resentment and frustration to develop is the first step towards reclaiming our personal well-being. By acknowledging our own needs and setting healthy boundaries, we can prevent the accumulation of negative emotions that threaten to engulf us. It's not selfish to prioritize self-care. In fact, it's an essential act of self-preservation. As the Buddha wisely observed, you yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. By honoring ourselves and nurturing our own well-being, we not only safeguard our mental and emotional health, but also create the foundation for genuine kindness and compassion towards others. Navigating relationships. In the intricate tapestry of human connections, maintaining balance is crucial for fostering healthy and fulfilling relationships. It's a delicate dance between kindness and self-preservation, where both parties strive to uplift each other while honoring their own boundaries. One key strategy for navigating relationships with grace is to cultivate open communication and honesty. Expressing your needs and boundaries in a clear yet compassionate manner sets the stage for mutual understanding and respect. Remember, healthy relationships thrive on transparency and authenticity, so don't shy away from expressing your true feelings and desires. Reciprocity and mutual respect form the bedrock of any flourishing relationship. It's a two-way street where both individuals actively contribute to each other's well-being and growth. In essence, reciprocity entails giving and receiving in equal measure, fostering a sense of balance and harmony. By honoring each other's needs and boundaries, partners create a foundation of trust and mutual support. This reciprocity extends beyond material gestures to encompass emotional support, empathy, and understanding. In healthy relationships, both parties feel valued and appreciated for their contributions, fostering a sense of partnership and solidarity. Practicing empathy and active listening enhances the quality of relationships, deepening the bond between individuals. When we truly listen to our loved ones with an open heart and mind, we create a safe space for them to express themselves authentically. Empathy allows us to step into their shoes, understanding their perspective and emotions without judgment. By validating their experiences and emotions, we nurture a sense of connection and intimacy in the relationship. In turn, this fosters mutual respect and appreciation, strengthening the foundation of trust and understanding. Remember, empathy is not about fixing problems, but about being present and supportive, offering a shoulder to lean on in times of need. Self-compassion. In the hustle and bustle of our daily lives, it's easy to forget about the most important person in the room, ourselves. Yet, cultivating self-compassion is not only essential for our own well-being, but also for how we show up in the world. Just as we extend kindness and compassion to others, we must learn to turn that gentle gaze inward and treat ourselves with the same tenderness. This practice isn't selfish. It's a vital aspect of nurturing our own inner light so that we can shine brightly for others. So, how do we begin to embrace self-compassion in our lives? It starts with a shift in perspective, a recognition that we are inherently worthy of love and kindness, simply by virtue of being human. This means letting go of harsh self-judgment and embracing a mindset of understanding and forgiveness. Instead of berating ourselves for our perceived shortcomings, we can offer ourselves the same compassion we would offer to a dear friend facing similar struggles. Practicing self-compassion is like tending to a garden. It requires patience, care, and nurturing. One powerful technique is self-soothing, where we offer ourselves comforting words or gestures in moments of distress. For example, placing a hand over our heart and silently repeating phrases like, "I am enough," or "May I be gentle with myself," can help to soothe the inner turmoil. Additionally, mindfulness meditation can be a powerful tool for cultivating self-compassion by bringing awareness to our thoughts and feelings without judgment. By gently observing our inner landscape, we can learn to respond to ourselves with kindness and understanding, fostering a deep sense of self-compassion that radiates outward into the world. Cultural and societal expectations. In our journey through life, we often find ourselves navigating a maze of cultural and societal expectations, many of which revolve around the virtue of kindness. From a young age, we're taught the importance of being kind to others, of lending a helping hand whenever possible. While this emphasis on kindness is undoubtedly noble, it can also become a double-edged sword, wielding immense pressure on individuals to prioritize the needs of others above their own. Whether it's the societal expectation to always say yes to requests for help, or the pressure to constantly put on a facade of happiness and generosity, these norms can subtly shape our behaviors and attitudes, often without us even realizing it. Societal conditioning plays a significant role in shaping our perceptions of kindness and our ability to assert boundaries. From the moment we enter the world, we're bombarded with messages about what it means to be a good person, a good friend, a good member of society. These messages, whether conveyed through media, education, or interpersonal interactions, instill within us a set of beliefs and values that dictate how we should behave towards others. Over time, this conditioning can become deeply ingrained, making it challenging to deviate from societal norms, even when they clash with our own well-being. The fear of being perceived as selfish or uncaring can override our instincts to prioritize our own needs, leading to a cycle of self-neglect and burnout. It's essential to recognize that societal expectations are not set in stone. As individuals, we have the power to question and challenge these norms, to carve out our own path based on what feels authentic and true to ourselves. Asserting boundaries is not an act of selfishness, but rather an act of self-preservation, a declaration of our own worth and dignity. By acknowledging and honoring our own needs, we create space for genuine, sustainable kindness to flourish, not out of obligation, but out of genuine compassion and empathy. As the Buddha wisely observed, you yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. So let us break free from the chains of societal conditioning, embracing kindness as a choice rather than a mandate, and finding the courage to honor our own boundaries along the way. Fear of rejection. Addressing the fear of rejection, or being perceived as selfish, can be a daunting task for many individuals, especially when it comes to setting boundaries. The mere thought of asserting one's needs and desires can evoke feelings of anxiety and insecurity, leading to a reluctance to speak up. This fear stems from a deep-seated belief that prioritizing our own well-being may result in rejection or disapproval from others. We worry that by saying no or setting boundaries, we'll be seen as selfish or uncaring, thus jeopardizing our relationships and social acceptance. It's essential to recognize that the fear of rejection is a natural and common experience shared by people from all walks of life. We are inherently social beings, wired to seek acceptance and validation from others. Yet, it's crucial to understand that setting boundaries and prioritizing self-care is not selfish. It's an act of self-preservation and self-respect. By acknowledging and addressing this fear head-on, we can begin to reclaim our power and autonomy in relationships. To overcome the fear of rejection, it's essential to cultivate self-compassion and self-confidence. Remind yourself that your worth is not determined by others' opinions or approval. Practice affirmations and positive self-talk to reinforce your value and deservingness of respect. Additionally, focus on building supportive relationships with individuals who respect and honor your boundaries. Surrounding yourself with people who uplift and empower you can help alleviate the fear of rejection and reinforce the importance of self-care. Remember, you deserve to prioritize your well-being and happiness, and setting boundaries is a courageous act of self-love. Impact on mental health. Delving deeper into the mental health ramifications of excessive kindness unveils a nuanced landscape where altruism meets adversity. While kindness is celebrated as a virtue, its overindulgence can sow seeds of anxiety and depression within the psyche. The relentless pursuit of fulfilling others' needs while neglecting our own can lead to a profound sense of emotional exhaustion. Imagine a well-intentioned traveler carrying the burdens of the world on their shoulders, their own mental well-being obscured by the weight of others' expectations. This burden, if left unchecked, can gradually erode one's mental resilience, leaving them vulnerable to the shadows of despair. In navigating these treacherous waters, it's essential to equip oneself with the tools and resources necessary for self-preservation. Recognizing the signs of anxiety and depression that may arise from excessive kindness is the first step towards reclaiming one's mental sovereignty. Symptoms such as persistent worry, fatigue, and a diminished sense of self-worth should not be dismissed, but rather acknowledged as signals of inner turmoil. Here, the Buddha's timeless wisdom illuminates a path towards healing. Peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. By turning inward and acknowledging our own needs, we pave the way for authentic self-care and emotional resilience. For those who find themselves entangled in the thorny vines of excessive kindness, seeking help is not a sign of weakness, but a courageous step towards liberation. There exists a vast array of resources and support networks dedicated to nurturing mental well-being. From mindfulness practices rooted in ancient traditions to modern therapeutic interventions, the journey towards mental health is as diverse as it is profound. Whether through seeking guidance from a trusted therapist or connecting with a supportive community, remember that you are not alone on this journey. As the Buddha once said, thousands of candles can be lighted from a single candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened. Happiness never decreases by being shared. Together, let us illuminate the path towards mental well-being, one compassionate step at a time. Spiritual perspectives. In the realm of spiritual teachings, particularly within Buddhism and other traditions, there exists a profound discourse on the delicate balance between compassion for others and the necessity of self-care. Central to this discussion is the concept of righteous compassion, a notion deeply ingrained in Buddhist philosophy. Righteous compassion emphasizes the importance of acting with kindness and empathy towards others while simultaneously recognizing the need to maintain one's own well-being. It stands as a beacon of guidance, illuminating the path towards a harmonious existence where both altruism and self-preservation coexist in equilibrium. Buddhist teachings often emphasize the interconnectedness of all beings and the inherent value of compassion in alleviating suffering. However, this compassionate outlook does not negate the significance of self-care. Instead, it underscores the notion that true compassion arises from a place of inner strength and stability. In the words of the Buddha, you can search throughout the entire universe for someone who is more deserving of your love and affection than you are yourself, and that person is not to be found anywhere. You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. This profound teaching highlights the fundamental importance of extending compassion to oneself, recognizing one's own intrinsic worth and dignity. The concept of righteous compassion offers a nuanced perspective on the notion of self-sacrifice. While acts of selflessness are often celebrated, there exists a distinction between altruistic compassion and self-sacrifice. Righteous compassion encourages individuals to engage in acts of kindness and service to others without sacrificing their own well-being in the process. It invites us to cultivate a compassionate heart that extends not only outward towards others, but also inward towards ourselves. In essence, true compassion encompasses both the ability to alleviate the suffering of others and the wisdom to nurture our own inner peace and contentment. Spiritual perspectives, particularly those rooted in Buddhist teachings, shed light on the intricate dance between compassion for others and self-care. The concept of righteous compassion serves as a guiding principle, reminding us to extend kindness and empathy towards others while honoring the importance of nurturing our own well-being. By embracing this holistic approach to compassion, we can cultivate a sense of harmony and balance in our lives, fostering not only the welfare of others, but also our own inner growth and fulfillment. Learning to say no. Learning to say no gracefully and assertively is a skill that many struggle with, yet it's essential for maintaining boundaries and preserving our own well-being. Saying no doesn't have to be confrontational or uncomfortable. It can be a powerful act of self-care and self-respect. One practical piece of advice is to remember that it's okay to prioritize your own needs and limitations. Before agreeing to something, take a moment to assess whether it aligns with your values and whether you have the capacity to commit to it. If not, don't hesitate to decline politely but firmly. Assertive communication techniques can be invaluable in these situations. Rather than simply saying no, provide a brief explanation or alternative if possible. For example, instead of outright declining an invitation, you could say, "Thank you for thinking of me, but I have other commitments that day." This communicates your boundaries without shutting down the conversation entirely. Additionally, practice using confident body language and maintaining eye contact to convey sincerity and conviction in your response. By asserting yourself in a respectful manner, you show others that you value yourself and expect to be treated accordingly. Let's consider an example scenario. A colleague asks you to take on an extra project that you simply don't have the bandwidth for. Instead of immediately agreeing out of obligation, take a moment to compose yourself. Then, calmly and confidently explain that while you appreciate the opportunity, your current workload prevents you from taking on additional tasks at this time. Offer to revisit the possibility in the future if your circumstances change. This approach demonstrates professionalism and integrity while still honoring your own limitations. Learning to say no gracefully and assertively is a crucial aspect of self-empowerment. By prioritizing your own needs and communicating them effectively, you cultivate a sense of respect and integrity in your interactions. Remember that setting boundaries is not selfish. It's an act of self-care that allows you to show up fully for yourself and others. With practice and patience, you can master the art of saying no with confidence and compassion. The role of empathy. Empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of others, is often regarded as a cornerstone of kindness. It allows us to connect with those around us on a deeper level, offering support and comfort in times of need. However, the relationship between empathy and kindness is not always straightforward. While empathy can inspire acts of kindness, it can also have unintended consequences when taken to excess. Excessive empathy, far from being a purely positive trait, can lead to emotional exhaustion and vicarious trauma. When we absorb the emotions of others without proper boundaries, we risk becoming overwhelmed by their pain and suffering. This emotional burden can take a toll on our mental and physical well-being, leaving us feeling drained and depleted. Moreover, constant exposure to the suffering of others can result in vicarious trauma, where we experience symptoms similar to those of the individuals we're empathizing with. Thus, while empathy is undoubtedly a valuable skill, it must be balanced with self-care and boundary setting to prevent burnout and emotional distress. Navigating the delicate balance between empathy and self-preservation requires self-awareness and mindfulness. It's essential to recognize our own limits and prioritize our mental and emotional health. This may involve setting boundaries with others, taking breaks when needed, and seeking support from friends, family, or mental health professionals. By practicing self-compassion and cultivating a sense of inner peace, we can harness the power of empathy without succumbing to its pitfalls. Remember, true kindness begins with kindness towards oneself. As the Buddha wisely observed, you yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. Setting realistic expectations. In the journey of life, it's easy to get caught up in the whirlwind of expectations, both from ourselves and from others. We often find ourselves striving to meet lofty standards, whether it's in our careers, relationships, or personal pursuits. However, amidst the hustle and bustle, it's crucial to take a step back and evaluate whether these expectations are truly attainable and healthy for our well-being. Setting realistic expectations is not about settling for mediocrity, but rather about finding a balance that allows us to thrive without sacrificing our mental and emotional health. Encouraging viewers to set realistic expectations for themselves is akin to extending a gentle reminder to embrace our humanity. It's about recognizing our limitations and honoring our boundaries, understanding that we are not superheroes capable of endless feats. By acknowledging what we can realistically give and receive, we free ourselves from the burden of perfectionism and allow room for growth and self-compassion. Realistic expectations serve as a compass guiding us towards achievable goals, fostering a sense of fulfillment and contentment along the way. Self-awareness acts as the cornerstone of setting realistic expectations, inviting us to delve deep into our innermost thoughts and desires. It's about tuning into our intuition and discerning what truly matters to us amidst the noise of external influences. Through self-reflection and introspection, we gain clarity on our values, strengths, and limitations, paving the way for informed decision-making. By cultivating self-awareness, we empower ourselves to navigate life's twists and turns with grace and resilience, knowing when to push forward and when to pause and recalibrate. In essence, setting realistic expectations is not a one-time endeavor, but a continual practice rooted in self-awareness and self-love. Impact on personal relationships. Excessive kindness can profoundly impact our personal relationships, influencing the dynamics we share with friends, partners, and family members. When we prioritize the needs of others above our own to an extreme degree, it can lead to imbalance and resentment in our connections. In friendships, for example, constantly saying yes to every request, or always being the one to offer support without receiving it in return, can create feelings of frustration and unfulfillment. Similarly, in romantic partnerships, excessive kindness may manifest as an inability to assert boundaries or express one's needs, leading to a dynamic where one partner feels overburdened and the other feels guilty for unintentionally taking advantage. Within families, the pressure to maintain harmony and avoid conflict can result in sacrificing our own well-being for the sake of keeping the peace, ultimately eroding the authenticity of our relationships. Navigating conflicts that arise from differences in boundaries and expectations is essential for maintaining healthy relationships amidst the challenges of excessive kindness. One strategy is open and honest communication, where we express our feelings and needs respectfully and listen empathetically to the perspectives of others. By setting clear boundaries and discussing expectations openly, we can create mutual understanding and respect within our relationships. Additionally, practicing assertiveness techniques can empower us to advocate for ourselves while still honoring the needs of others. Learning to say no when necessary, without guilt or fear of rejection, allows us to prioritize our own well-being while maintaining the integrity of our connections. Moreover, seeking compromise and finding common ground can help bridge the gap between differing expectations, fostering harmony and mutual support in our relationships. The impact of excessive kindness on personal relationships underscores the importance of balance, boundaries, and communication in nurturing healthy connections. By recognizing the pitfalls of overextending ourselves and embracing self-compassion, we can cultivate relationships built on authenticity, reciprocity, and mutual respect. Let us embark on this journey of self-discovery and relational growth, honoring both our own needs and the needs of those we hold dear. Cultural variations. Cultural diversity enriches the tapestry of human experience, shaping attitudes, beliefs, and behaviors in profound ways. As we traverse the globe, we encounter a kaleidoscope of cultural perspectives on kindness and selflessness. In some cultures, altruism is deeply ingrained, viewed as a cornerstone of social harmony and collective well-being. Individuals are taught from a young age to prioritize the needs of the community over their own, fostering a strong sense of interconnectedness and mutual support. Conversely, in cultures where individualism reigns supreme, notions of kindness may be perceived through a different lens. Here, self-reliance and personal autonomy take precedence, and acts of kindness are often scrutinized for their underlying motives. Rather than viewing altruism as a virtue in itself, individuals may approach kindness with a pragmatic mindset, weighing the costs and benefits of extending help to others. As viewers reflect on their own cultural backgrounds, they are invited to consider how these influences shape their beliefs and behaviors surrounding kindness. Perhaps they hail from a collectivist society where communal bonds run deep, and acts of kindness are woven into the fabric of everyday life. Or maybe they belong to a more individualistic culture, where self-expression and personal agency are paramount. By examining these cultural nuances, viewers gain a deeper understanding of their own attitudes towards kindness and selflessness. In a world marked by diversity and complexity, cultural variations offer valuable insights into the multifaceted nature of kindness. By embracing this diversity with open hearts and minds, we honor the richness of human experience and pave the way for greater empathy, understanding, and connection across borders. Continual growth and reflection. In the vast tapestry of life, continual growth and reflection are the threads that weave together the fabric of our existence. As we navigate the complexities of kindness and self-care, it becomes increasingly clear that our journey is not a destination, but rather a continuous evolution. It is through the process of self-reflection that we unearth the truths hidden within ourselves, shedding light on our strengths, weaknesses, and areas for growth. Each moment presents an opportunity for introspection, a chance to pause and ponder the paths we tread and the intentions that guide us. Stress not only the importance of self-reflection, but also the necessity of continual growth in finding the delicate balance between kindness and self-care. Like a garden tended with care, our inner landscape requires nourishment and cultivation. Without continual growth, we risk stagnation, becoming trapped in patterns that no longer serve us. Through introspection, we discern the areas of our lives that call for nurturing and transformation. It is through this process that we honor the sacred duty of self-care, recognizing that our well-being is intricately intertwined with our ability to extend kindness to ourselves and others. Encourage viewers to embark on their own journey of self-discovery and self-improvement, inviting them to embrace the beauty of their own evolution. Each step taken in the pursuit of growth is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, a testament to our capacity for transformation and renewal. As we journey inward, let us do so with open hearts and curious minds, embracing the lessons that each moment brings. For in the dance of growth and reflection, we find the true essence of our humanity, the essence of compassion, kindness, and self-care, intertwining in a symphony of grace and wisdom. We've explored the intricate dance between kindness and self-care, delving into the dangers of imbalance and the beauty of harmonious growth. From the Buddha's timeless wisdom to our own reflections, we've journeyed through the complexities of the human experience. But as we reach the end of this chapter, a question lingers in the air. What will you do with the insights gained today? Will you continue on your journey of self-discovery, embracing each moment with open arms and a compassionate heart? Don't forget to like and share and subscribe to Buddhism Inspiration.